Good afternoon. My name is Joshua Duruya. I'm from Group 23, and I would like to talk about my group topic majorly is about ethics, privacy, and security. So I would like to formally talk about privacy now. First off, in a layman term, privacy is like when a person's information or data is very, very confidential to the person, and then there is no like external factor monitoring or like prying on the person's personal business. So information privacy on its own is when the confidentiality of a person's data and information is just keen to him alone, and then it's not like being acted upon by external forces. And then due to the use of social media nowadays, a lot of people are like exposed to a lot of risk, a lot of scammers and theft and threats online that like leaks of their informations. Yeah, so one thing that privacy does is just so that your information doesn't get into the wrong hands, like identity thieves and like maybe the wrong sites due to like scammers and web trolls that always like help to keep the information of people safe. So there are three major rules that actually help the privacy of a particular person's information. The first one is the rule of confidentiality. Yeah, the rule of confidentiality usually speaks about when the person's information is very confidential to him, and then he doesn't have like any other external force prying on his own information. Then the second one is the law of anonymity. The law of anonymity maybe usually speaks about when the person's information is anonymous to the public. Yeah, the person doesn't have like a place where he stores his own information that is like available to other people around. It's just confidential. So privacy in business information technology is just based off of the fact that one should always keep his information safe. One should always keep his information away from sites that actually kills or like moves away the person's interest from.
My name is Ikude Victory from Group 23. I'm here to talk about information security. So basically, information technology broadly encompasses for the protection of an organization's assets against misuse, unauthorized access, destruction, and loss and damages. So, like information system, it basically has four parts, which are technology, processes, people, and data. So companies spend a lot of money, millions of nairas, to protect their assets and protect their information and data by installing things like the earthquake-proof walls and doors, the CCTV cameras and the video cameras, solely to protect their assets and information from hackers and all. Then we have the risk management. This is where risk management comes in because of the daily threats that comes up every day. So not all companies are financially capable of protecting their information and assets from threats. That is where risk management comes in. So basically, a risk manager in a company, what his job is basically to do is to have a broad view or knowledge about all the information and assets of a company, and then he decides which of the assets or information needs more protection than the others. Now, the threats are identified in two forms. You have the human threats and the environmental threats. Human threat basically means angry employee trying to get back at his staff, or you have the threats. You have so many other kinds of human threats. Now we have environmental threats such as fire, arson, erosion, flood, war, and the rest. So now coming back to threats, we also have what they call malwares and the botnets. Malware basically means malicious software. These are human-made threats that are designed to attack computer systems, basically for the aim of disrupting and destroying their information and data. Thank you very much.
My name is Asisula Femi Adeleke. I'm in Group 23. I'll be talking about ethics, privacy, and security. And I'll be talking about ethics. What is ethics? Ethics refers to the system of moral principles that guides how human being judges the good and bad behavior, and also it develops rules of conduct. Two ethical systems are widely adopted. Number one, natural laws and rights talks about the morality of an actions. For example, thou shalt not steal in Christianity's Ten Commandments. And then the second one is utilitarianism. It talks about the consequences of an action. That is, after doing these are the consequences. That is, don't just do this because of this. And okay, so the second system is utilitarianism, and it talks about the consequences of an action, weighing the good effects over the harmful ones. Now, let us talk about the ICT, how it affects human decision. Now, information communication technology, ICT, it also affects human's decision. That is, for example, some students believe that things that are done online, whatever crime, whatever things are done online, as long as it is online, as long as it's an online world, they don't see it as crime. That is, they feel they take it as an acceptable action. For example, cheating, intellectual properties, IP, stealing, copyrights and stuff like that. They believe once it is online and once it is an online thing, it is totally accepted. So in that way, ICT can also affect decision making, and in same vein, our users' ethics.
My name is Damla Rafiu, an actuary student of UNILAC Year 3, and I would like to talk about the ethics of information system. Ethic fundamentally means a system of moral principles. They are like rules and regulations that humans use to judge right from wrong, and the rule of conduct generally. There are two types of ethnic system. One emphasizes on natural rules and rights. To explain it further, it means it's a system that judges morality based on an action that is generally acceptable. That is the things that the society had agreed upon that is right. So it's a system that judges right and wrong based on societal constructs. And then the second system, which is known as utilitarianism, it's a system that judges based off the consequences of a decision. So that is, it judges based off by weighing an action above every other principles. So for instance, it's a system that judges morality based off the greater good. Also, to talk about the issues most important for managing information system, this touches especially on storage, transmission, and the use of digital data. As data grows, so as the scope of information grows with it. Some of the factors that affect information distribution generally. Intellectual property, otherwise referred as IP, is one of the scope of information systems that gets ethically misunderstood most of the time. Although some consider IP protection to be just and right, others argue that the greater good is to disperse information as much as possible, as wide as possible. Some of these problems are plagiarism, hack, spam, and so on and so forth. Plagiarism, the contextual theft of intellectual property, that is duplicating someone else's effort and work. And spam is the random sending of a particular information to one person, to one or more people. So these are the problems that